Hey everyone, Blue KQ here. Welcome to the arcade. This is the second Omaha match that I'm going to show you in the Beast of Burden question series. Playing the Omaha to get some airplane kills in the USN, Royal Navy, or Commonwealth cruisers and destroyers. There's more aircraft carriers playing at low tier, so we're still playing low tier. Plus, I have a div mate who brought a carrier, so we know we'd get at least one. Turns out there's two in this match. As we're moving over just to kind of guard the sea area, a single Phoenix, one enemy ship, comes over here to try to cap C. So he's on a perfect spot for me to land multiple salvos of hits on him, switching back and forth between HE and AP as he's turning and trying to avoid salvos coming in from a couple of different directions through here. Got that last fire on him. That one's going to burn for a little bit because he's already repaired a fire, and loading up the AP because those shells should be able to penetrate his armor with just about every shell that I hit him with. Not really a ship armored well enough to bounce or deflect Omaha shells. So again, because we're in this match to shoot down airplanes, I don't mind that both carriers are sending their airplanes towards me or out my direction. They're both tier 4 carriers. I'm a tier 5 USN cruiser with plenty of AA to be able to shoot down ships. We're gonna head towards the sea cap and work on capping that out before we move too much further on in the match and towards other objectives. We're gonna go ahead and skip ahead really quick just to eliminate some of the cruise time over there. And as we're coming through, about to cap the sea point, aircraft carrier is the only real option I have to shoot at anything, and even though he's pretty far away, the Omaha has a decent range for a tier 5 cruiser, and we're just going to lob some shots over there while he is visible and really nothing else for me to shoot at. So we'll go ahead and send some shots his way. Second aircraft carrier pops up for a moment, but they're not super high priority for me to work on right now. So more planes coming in. I'm gonna launch my fighter here in a second to try to shoot down some more planes. That's the whole reason why I'm playing this particular cruiser at this particular time, is to get those airplane kills. So this other enemy cruiser pops up. He wants to come see if he can defend this side of the map over here. But again, he's kind of by himself, so we'll make short work of that as well. Carrier popped up. I thought I'd take a quick snapshot at him while I had the opportunity, but it was the islands in the way, didn't really get a good nice aimed shot at him. Now, one of the things I mentioned in my previous video about the Omaha is I like the fact that it has not only the kind of center mounted bow guns, but it has guns on each side of the bow, and so you can turn like you should be anyway to the left and right and get those other side guns, forward mounted side guns, into the battle and effectively increase the number of guns you can shoot at your target if your bow is pointed at them. Gonna take some shots at this New York. He's pretty broadside. I see this cruiser out here. Thought maybe I could take advantage of the fact that he's nearly dead and help my teammates kill him before he gets all the way to the back. But I'm not leading him enough because he's pretty far away. Go back to shooting at the New York a little bit and doing some damage on him while he's sitting broadside, and I've got an island protecting me from most of his shots, so I'm not exactly worried about him being able to retaliate. So I want to get some good shots. I'm trying to AP above the torpedo belt, see what I can get. Not a whole lot, but this Kuma comes out and he decides he wants to come back to defend this side of the map. Now Kuma has pretty light side armor as well, so my Omaha AP should be able to get some good Citadel hits on him, and there's two. There's one more, and he decides now is not the right time for him to be trying this particular maneuver, but he turns all the way around and gives me his other side. So we're going to go ahead and keep putting shots into the other side of his ship. He's probably trying to send torpedoes at me, but I'm not worried about that because he's pretty far away, and I can, if he's launching them now, if I change direction anytime in the next little bit, it's going to be gone. So there's a couple more Citadel hits, took his engines that time, sent some more shots out at him while he's still broadside. He's turning a little bit, which means he's going to be broadside to my partners over off on my left. but the AP is still penetrating the armor at the rear of his ship, and we'll just go ahead and make sure that that guy gets finished off. Aircraft carrier sending planes at me, which is of course fine because I'm again trying to maximize the number of airplanes that I shoot down in this match. We start getting some citadels on the aircraft carrier. Took his engines, automatically repaired again. I switch over to HE because the HE can penetrate and citadel the side of these low tier carriers with a pretty low armor, plus just massive HE damage. There's the fires that are auto put out, but that was a 2400 HP salvo, 7 hits. There's another 5 hits, and so this carrier is not going to last very long. Alright, so that carrier's dead. Now, there's not a lot of ships close to me, but the Omaha has pretty significant range for a tier 5 carrier, so we're just going to lob shells over at this New York. He's basically sitting still, just barely starting to get moving. He sat in that cap point, probably capped it either by himself or with some help from friends, but he's going to start moving forward now. And he's slow and big. I can probably launch lots of these accurate HE shells and get plenty of little tiny gnat-like hits on the deck of a battleship. Got that one fire that he put out immediately, so of course now that I'm going to try to get another fire once his damage control party finishes its active time, and I'm turning back. My division mates asked for help with the destroyer that went back and killed the first aircraft carrier that never moved, and now my aircraft carrier division mate is on the run from this Wakeful, which is also trying to come in and cap the domination point that we caught at the beginning of the match. But on my transit over, I'm just gonna again lob shells at the New York as it's hiding behind this island now, but still moving, and until we get closer to the destroyer that's coming up here. When I turn to focus on the destroyer, I'm sure he knows I'm there. He's probably just not paying attention. He's trying to dodge the attacks from the aircraft carrier, and now that I've hit him with a couple of shells, he wakes up to the fact that somebody else is coming to defend this cap, and that he might be in a little bit of trouble. Tries to stay behind this island from me, which is smart, but not enough if he doesn't continue to stay behind the island. I thought he might poke out, but he's turning back. Try to snapshot over the island. Most of my shots hit the island, and then of course I can't see him. So now that I'm here, my aircraft carrier is going to continue to help out, but he's a little less concerned that this DD is going to chase him down. He pops out from behind the island. I get a nice big salvo on him. Took his engines and a gun. He's starting to smoke up, but he repairs immediately. At this point, it's a little too late. I fire up my hydro, and so I can spot his torpedoes that he's sending at me, and if I needed to, and as I get closer, then my hydro would start spotting him in his smoke anyway. But his engines are out again, so he's drifting outside of his smoke and can't slow down as fast as he would like. There's this first set of torpedoes, and the second set's going to pop up here in front of me, but I'm already turning to focus on other ships, and that killing that destroyer got us really close to and basically secured the pretty dominant victory. Looking at the final results screen, 79,000 damage. I got the high caliber on one of the salvos on that destroyer. Only 2 kills, 5 fires, 7 citadels, 6 defended points. Looking at the team score, top of the team with about 1,740 base XP, and the high caliber has that award. Damage numbers not super great. They're 22,000 on the Kuma and 15 and 14 and 13. So not a bunch of damage, but spread across enough ships to get high caliber. I hope you guys enjoyed the match. Hit like if you like the video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content as it comes out. And leave me some notes in the comments about things you'd like to see, or what are your thoughts on the Omaha. My thoughts have definitely changed after coming back to play it with more experience in the game, and it's definitely a beast. Thanks for stopping by the arcade. Have a great day.